It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Ravens and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple. But, boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Goodson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0. looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the... And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Reed returning. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Miami coming out for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Ooh, the juke. A strong run. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Goodson. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there, and it's 3rd down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Richardson. His throw incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. The return is Reed. Dances by him. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off play action. Goodson. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Off the bootleg. Goodson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Goodson. And that's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far. Offensively, or even defensively for that matter, they could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now 2nd and 9. Off play action. Richardson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Goodson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Goodson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Dobbins trying the left side. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A give to Robinson on the option. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Richardson. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
Touchdown! A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Dolphins nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Reed. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Miami set to take over. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on 1st down. Goodson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Second and 10. to throw. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And Ravens. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Following the fumble recovery, Richardson eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Again, it's Richardson. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. 2nd and short now following the fumble. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this. Steps away to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Running free at the 45. Off to the races. And he gets this one down to the 24. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Bengals who are out in front. The Bengals trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Chargers trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. A touchdown run there for Javonte Williams. It was the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson,
who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Muscles by at the 25. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Richardson looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now here's a throw that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 40-yard line.
They go play action with Richardson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Open man here is Foster. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time.
Touchdown, Dolphins. A.J. Brown, 27 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Richardson working from the gun. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
They'll roll him out right. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out. And he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride, he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So now here come the Dolphins.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Goodson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Micah Parsons in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Ravens get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw. Goodson. Micah Parsons able to put it into that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him. even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A punt return of 65 yards. And the Ravens add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Here's Reed returning. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Goodson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
For a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 33.
Out of the gun. They'll look to nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Locates Mooney on the out route. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Goodson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Goodson. That's complete to Dell. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Goodson. To the right side and caught by Dell. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for another Miami Dolphin.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Off play action, Richardson.
Got an open man, it's Burnett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A give left side to Robinson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now Richardson.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Throwing to start the drive. Goodson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Richardson, shotgun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open is Robinson. They find some open field here.
Down the right sideline.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Goodson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw on 3rd down. Goodson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here's another interception. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Crisp. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you gave plenty of...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Ravens,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.